Hello everybody, how are you? So, what a night. We had a fire in my building. It was a nightmare. We're not here to, well, I'll talk about that while I'm doing this. So anyway, as you know, or regular viewers know, I decided for part of my bucket list to go and have my hair braided. I actually wanted dreadlocks, but when I went to go and get them done, the places I went wanted to crochet it in, and I was worried that if they weren't comfortable, that it would wreck the hair I already had. And I needed just to test it, and it was really only just a bucket list thing anyway, you know. It's an old girl, you know, doing fun young things. But anyway, so we had these dreads put in, and I have absolutely, oh, not dreads, braids, sorry, absolutely loved every second of them, and they're so cool. It's easy to tie them back and wear them up. The lady that done them from Alicia Cosmetics and hair braiding at Maryland's Fashion, she's just such a beautiful girl, and I had such a nice time just chit-chatting with her and her staff and her sister, and it was just such a beautiful day. So there's a video for that. We'll see if we can get it up here somewhere so you can go and have a look. Just beautiful people from, originally I think they're from Sierra Leone. Anyway, just gorgeous. Anyway, she done an amazing job. I've absolutely loved it. But what I found out is that you should only leave them in at the most for 10 weeks and then have them redone. And there's like 6 to 10 weeks or 5 to 10 weeks, doesn't matter. So they've been in about 5 or 6 weeks. I've stretched it out as far as I can, but my hair grows really fast. And if I show you, the braids are now sitting quite out, which is causing tension. And if you see, you can see the bubble there. So it's causing tension on my hair, and I'm getting a bit of breakage. So I really need to take them out, otherwise I don't even know what my hair is going to look like once they're gone. But it's so sad to see these little fellas go. So we'll see what happens. We're going to do something else next time. But it was such fun, and I just loved every second of it. So I did hairdressing once upon a time. So I got a trusty pair of scissors here. And we're going to do it. It's just like, oh my God, hang on, I've got to get a mirror because I can't see a thing. Hold. Okie dokie, sorry about that. You like jammies? I didn't even get dressed for this. So I'm just going to put this on magnify and put it on this table, and hopefully I'll be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, sort of. Sort of. But as you can see, look, so my hair's actually coming out at the ends. It's grown quite a bit. Yeah. All right, let's see how we go. I don't know how long it's going to take or anything, but we'll just have a little bit of a chat, and I will pull this in a bit so I can actually see. And let's do one. We're going to start at the bottom, so the hair at the bottom instead of at the top, so that it doesn't get tangled. And see, look, you can see in here how much it's grown, and that's just in 6 weeks. So these were super, super tight, and they're just lifting. I've got really fast hair growth. Don't know whether you can hear what I'm saying, but anyway. All right, here's the big, oh, so excited. I'm not really, because I don't want to lose them, but they were fun while I had them. So we're just going to take one out, and then we're going to start talking about what happened. I'm going to cut it about, I think about it here, because we don't want to get any of my hair in it. Even though my hair was really short, we just want to, oh, I'll miss you, little bubba. I will miss you. Oh, these will be good toys for my cat. Anyway, so I'm going to start unfolding. Oh, isn't that cute? That's not my hair. No, Beautiful. So why is all that falling out? I don't know. So last night, oh God, we had a fire in our building. It was a nightmare. So I have a very elderly man next door. So it's just nearly the same age as my mum. So they're a year apart. But he's not as mobile as my mum. He's very slow and needs a cane or a walker or whatever. But he's always got family there, and they're absolutely beautiful people. And so we didn't know what was going on. Sometimes our alarms go off and there's nothing. It's somebody's done something, you know, and the alarm will go off. But it was an actual big fire. And it was 2 floors up above my elderly neighbour's house. Now, his daughter was staying there, so it was good. Anyway, she went down to see if we actually had to go out, and I'd stayed with Mr. Chen. I'd already grabbed my cat and put him in his cat carrier. He's here asleep because he's had absolutely a night. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look cute? Maybe we can wear it like that. No, I'm joking. So I got the cat and put him in his carry case, but he was already stressed out because the sirens are huge in the building, and he was already stressed out about that, and I just didn't want to take him down on the street at 3 o'clock in the morning with fire engines, lights flashing, heaps of people down there, because there's about 42 units in my building, I think. But then you've got all the other people in the units around. Oh, I love it. We've got to do this again, guys. Maybe I'll do it like that. Something. No, I don't know. Anyway, so back to the fire. And I was just worried about the cat. And there was a smell of smoke, but not really bad, because I have weather shields. Once I closed all my windows, look at that. Oh, is some of that my hair? I think so. Oh, look at that. It's so cute. Oh, look. Here we go. No, that's strands. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, so the lady next door that was here with her dad, she went down. Well, once she went down, she couldn't get back in. So I had her daddy in the hallway. I went and got him a chair out of my place and sat him down because he's quite frail, and just stayed with him. I already had the cat set up in his carrier, and I had him in the bathroom with the door closed, so to limit his... Oh, my God, look at my hair, guys. Jeez, it's grown. Look at that. Told you how fast it grows. Oh, this is going to be fun. Wow. That's my hair. It feels so soft. Oh, I love it. That's huge. Anyway, so back to the fire story. So then the firemen come up after an hour, and I had Mr. Chen in the hallway. I better make sure I'm not cutting my own hair off. I better cut it about here, I think. Oh, toys for Bubs. That's that one. Okay, look how much has grown under there. You can see in 6 weeks. My hair's crazy. Anyway, back to the story with the fire. So eventually the firemen come up and there was water leaking. I got a little bit worried because I noticed that around Mr. Chen's door, which is only 5 feet away from my place, my door, the wall next to it, there was all water running down, and I thought it was at the apartment above Mr. Chen, but it was the one above that. So then the firemen come up because obviously his daughter got a bit worried, you know, that her dad was in here. But she knows he's safe with me, you know, like they leave keys with me to make sure, you know, in an emergency I can get in there and help him, you know, like if his alarm goes off or anything on his watch or bracelet, whatever, you know, safety alert alarm. Anyway, so back to the story. Oh, look at that. Back to the story is the firemen come up and they had him, and I helped them get him. They ended up getting a wheelchair, and I helped get them because he's very, like you would be scared at that age, and your daughter's not there, whatever. But he knows me and he knows he's safe. So I got him into the chair with the fireman, and I just said to the fireman, and they said, look, the fire, we've got it out. And I said, well, I don't really want to leave. And they checked my apartment for smoke, and there was minimal. And I'd already closed all the windows and everything, which was good. Oh, my God, look at this. So they allowed me to actually stay, but Mr. Chen had to go because the smoke, just the smallest amount of smoke for an elderly person, can really cause damage. So they took him, and they couldn't believe that I actually stayed behind with him to look after him, which I just thought that was pretty normal. Like, you're going to leave. And plus I had the cat, so I said to his daughter, you go down and check what we've got to do. Oh, my God, look how long my hair's got. Wait till that's washed out. Bloody hell. Huh. Anyway, the point is that, very sadly, where the fire started, the man was arrested because he is a frail elderly man that hasn't been cared for properly. He is left to his own devices. He needs help. And I see this all the time. And he smokes. And he had built up a lot of rubbish in his apartment without anybody helping him. All right, and you can't intrude. I would go and help, but you can't intrude. Authorities in ageing and disability should have been involved, and so should have the Department of Housing, and then maybe this wouldn't have happened. So now that poor man has been arrested because he had a smoke and he's flicked it into the rubbish that's in his apartment. He didn't do it to set fire to the place. He looked frightened himself. But he's just like, he needs help. He needs people to be there and clean the rubbish up or help him clean it up. Oh, look at that, guys. Anyway, that's part of the story. I'm really angry about that because I've been saying for a while that this gentleman needed help. But when the authorities won't do anything or can't do anything, and look, there's strict stuff going on about people's independence and stuff. But when you see somebody that has lost a huge amount of weight over a period of time, they're not eating properly, all they do is smoke cigarettes because that's their life and that's okay. But it would have been nice to see people going in there and helping with meals and stuff like that, or helping with housework. Like, I'm a independent citizen, so I only have so much that I can do without it being deemed as interfering, or could even be illegal in some cases. But there are government bodies that actually look after our housing that could have kept a closer eye on this man. They knew he was struggling. Lots of neighbours knew he was struggling. There'd been emails sent asking for people to come and help him, and no. So that's life. Anyway, we're getting there with my hair. So that was it. Poor Bubba is asleep now because they let me stay. And I said, I don't want to take the cat down there. He's staying here. I've got him in his catcher if we've got to escape. And my door's right near the fire door, so it's easy to get out of. I didn't have any smoke, and I'm scared of dying in a fire. That's my real... I won't even be cremated because I'm worried about dying in a fire. Maybe one of those past life things. Maybe I was burnt at a stake or something, I don't know. But I was quite happy to stay here because the cat was already distressed. He didn't have any smoke in here. I was worried about the smoke outside of the building, and I was worried about all the carry on. And he's just sleeping. He's happy to... He's been up, had breakfast, had lots of cuddles. And now he's just sleeping off the late night because it was still going at 5 o'clock this morning. So anyway, so I can't ask you what you've been up to and expect an answer. Oh, I can tell you something else. So I have this girl that I absolutely love watching. She's so lovely, and I've watched her right from the start of her channel, and it's so funny. We're so similar, and her her channel name is Tanya's Talks Too Much, but her name's spelt with a Y, not an I. And she's just been so kind in my journey, and we sort of struck up a little bit of a online friendship, I think, not probably a little bit too much to assume that, but I love watching her, and we text back and forth, and she actually goes onto my channel. I watch her channel all the time. I wait in bated breath. Oh, doesn't that look cute? I should have left it like that. That's what I should have done. What a bugger. If I had realised, I could have left it like that and then had them like that, maybe. No, maybe not. And walk down the street and a bit like that falls out, eh? Anyway, so I sent her a little gift because she commented on one of my videos when I went to the Mind, Body and Spirit Festival, which I go to every time it's on at the convention centre. And I do lots of other esoteric and metaphysical stuff. I just love it. Anyway, so she said, oh, I'd love to go to one of those. So I actually, I got her a gift, but I was a bit worried that would get broken. So now that I know that the post is good, I sent her a little gift, and I'd been to Crystal Castle as well recently, up in Mullumbimby on the north coast, and the monks, oh my God, look at that. Anyway, so I sent that off to her, and she loved it. So it was great. It was just good to see that it actually arrived. And I said to her, we're pretty lucky that both our postal services worked in unison to get the present there in a timely manner. So, and she loved it. That was so cool. So anyway, I've got to write her a letter. I've had a lot going on, so I said I was going to write her a letter. I love handwriting, and I love that sort of thing, and she likes getting snail mail. So I'm going to start just back and forward dialogue, a bit like a pen pal, something nice to do where you are not clicking on a keyboard and you're actually writing. So, but yeah, so it's lovely. It was so nice. Now back to this hair, where this is coming along heaps quicker than I thought it would. So it's going to be a beautiful day in Sydney today, and I think after this I've got to wash it, because even though I've washed it with the braids in, I'm feeling like it could do with a bit of a wash. Actually, I don't even mind that curl there. I look like, what's her name, that doll? Raggedy Ann. Raggedy Ann in my pyjamas. Oh, and a broken nail. Got to get that fixed today. Oh, my. Look at this. How good's this? I'm so happy with this, See, that is how much my hair, you can tell from where the braid is to there, is how much my hair has grown in 6 weeks. That is a lot. All right, from there all the way down to there in 6 weeks, across that ridge. That's a lot of length. So, I could do something with this. Loving it. And then that braid started here originally, so you can see it's gone back that way. And so I have to be careful because there is a little bit of breakage around here, and that's why I've had to take them out. And if you can see up here, one night I was scratching, and I was going like that with the cap on, and I didn't realise how hard I was doing it, and I actually sliced the hair off. But there you go, look how high these are coming up. That's a lot of length in a short period of time. So, all right then, I've just been yakking about nothing really, haven't I? And I obviously got a bit of the smoke, because I'm having a bit of a cough now. Yeah, I obviously got a little bit of... I can still smell the smoke in the building. They've got people here. We've got a full generator and everything that cuts in power and pumps water and all that sort of stuff. So we're very lucky. But yeah, there's a bit of stale smoke around. We'll see what happens today. Anyway, guys, I am just going to continue doing this. There's not much to say, really. Beautiful day in Sydney. I've had somebody helping me with my videos, like the whole last editor, just, it all fell to crap. Anyway, it was really sad. It caused me, my whole life I've had trust issues, you know, due to certain things, but, you know, we won't go there, because my mental health has been pretty good lately compared to, you know, the past. But it all fell to crap, and that's why there's been such a big gap in videos and stuff like that. It was just made me really sad. I was ready to shut the channel down, actually, and just spent a lot of time upset, you know, like, so I hadn't learned anything, you know, like trying to learn, but then sort of trying to teach somebody and do it at the same time is probably cumbersome, I don't know. But anyway, so now I've had another person in that actually was around and helped me get my original camera. So I used a DJI. So the reason why we got that was because, you know, from my site, from the strokes, he said that it would be much easier to use because there's not heaps of cords and stuff like that, which I would probably struggle with if I didn't have somebody with me. So it's working out okay, and we've cleaned up a lot of stuff that was supposed to be done, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy. And I'm learning stuff as well. It's just sad to keep going through things all the time. Every time I get like 1 foot forward, I feel like I'm going back 2 steps, you know, and it doesn't matter how much I try, there's just like always an issue with, you know, people not keeping to the word or whatever. And because of that, I struggle. Then my mental health clicks in because trust is the biggest thing for me, you know, like... Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People are beautiful, but, you know, like, obviously, they bit off more than they could chew. So that's all there is to it. Anyway, so we are happy. We are really happy. Another thing. I got to go and see my friend that I haven't seen for ages, and we've been friends for 30, 40 years, 40 years, 40 years, yeah, 40 years, 40, 38, something like that. Anyway, and she is up on the Central Coast, so I got to go and spend time with her. She's got 2 cats, and one of them had kittens, and another one's about to have kittens. They were cats that she rescued, but by the time she realised they were both pregnant. They were only kittens themselves, so she's just sort of stuck in there looking after them. And then the Cat Society or the RSPCA are going to come along once the kittens are old enough, and they'll rehome the kittens or home the kittens, and they'll take both cats and de-sex them. So that will be good. That will be good. So she loves them. And they had one little kitten died while I was up there. It was sad. It was only a day old, but she said it was having trouble sucking, or latching on. So anyway, but she was really good, and we had a beautiful lunch. I had garlic and chili prawns and salt and pepper squid. The salt and pepper squid wasn't that great. It was really tough, actually. It tasted great, but it was super, super tough. But the people were really nice, and I think that's the difference when you go somewhere to eat. The trade-off on food, as long as it's edible and clean, will be for kind and good service and conversation and, people that are good with people, that actually, they want you there. And we had such a lovely time. So that's another thing. And I'm happy that I finally got, nearly there, I'm happy I got another video out. So that was my trip, Long Flat, the last one. We'll put it in the description, along with Alicia's braids, I think. I'm really happy about that. My brother loved it because he was the one that took me there. And he actually said that he loved the video. He thought it was very well done, and it showcased his area off. Oh, look at this. No wonder my mum likes curls on me. What else is going on? We're nearly there. I may as well cut the other one off too. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, no. Only one. Oh, 2 more here. All right, let's... What's that? Any more? Is that it? That's it. All right. Now I'm just taking these last 2 out. Look how much... See the movement there? And you can see by that growing there, like just how much... Oh, I hope that's not broken here. Just how much it's grown. It's lifting right off the scalp. So yeah, so you don't have much choice. It has to come out and be redone. So, but it's all cost effective. I don't know, if I could do it myself, it would be great. But, it's too hard, especially when you can't see properly. Although I'm managing just using my fingers here, but that's undoing. That's very different to putting them in. Anyway, that's the dreamer in me. So, if I was to have my hair cut, so as you've seen, that length, I would have had my hair cut 3 times to keep it as short, because I get it really short. So the cost of the braids and the cost of haircuts, because I don't know about you guys, but here the cost of haircuts is anywhere from $90 to $130 just for a really short cut on a lady. And so it's comparable to doing the braids if you went the amount of times I would need to go. Anyway, we're nearly there. But I definitely would do it again. I absolutely loved having them in. My head was cool. My hair was out of the way. The cat loved them. And it was just a fun way to do things. And we're getting there nearly. There's a couple more, and I think I have people at the door wanting to come in, and that's okay. Look at this. Well done, Tan. Well done. So, as soon as I get these last 2 out, I think my help is waiting at the door to come in, probably not wanting to interrupt. I'm going to go and wash this, and I'll show you how it turned out after the braids are out. So, the point is, I highly recommend going and having some fun with this sort of thing. I'm going to find something else to do with it next. because it's getting long enough just to tie up. Anyway, here we go. This is the last one. That's when my little cat's asleep. Little Bubba. Exhausted. Alright, we're having a little bit of trouble with this. Last one. Nearly there. Come on. That was heaps quicker than I thought it would be. This is a thick one, so it's getting tangled up a little bit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look how much hair. Okay, last inch. So this obviously will be sped up. Such a shame. I'm dying to see after I wash it how much damage. I think it's limited. It probably could have got more damaged had I not had them in, because the retention of the oil and that. Beautiful. Oh, I've got all gel through it, so it's a bit sticky. So we are now going to go and wash. Oh, yes, it has grown, because I can get it all up in a ponytail, and that's with the curly. All right, so now I'm going to go and wash it, and I will be back. Okay, guys, so this is how it turned out. I'm very happy. It has grown heaps while it's been up there in those 6 weeks. So I don't want to dry it, because I'm not a proponent for hair dryers or straightening irons. They do so much damage to your hair if you can avoid it, and only use it when absolute necessary, the best. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put a little bit of serum in here and let it dry naturally. And in the next video, I will do it so that you can actually see. But I think you can tell how much it's grown. Anyway, it was such a great day. I loved chit-chatting away about nothing and everything. And I'll see you next time. Be blessed and grateful.